from 1992 when I was 15. This time I'm reading from 1994 when I was 16 going on 17. That's my diary. I've actually typed it all out because the pages are all falling apart, so I didn't want to start reading it and have it all falling on the floor. So inside, it's 1994, and inside I've put my name, my date of birth, which I've put the year 1977 or 1975 at weekend nights, so I could get into the pubs. Diary and anything else I feel like writing in it. Received from best bud, Amy Gutteridge, who's here tonight. So, just like Peter was up, I was very much into writing lyrics as well. You'll be pleased to know I'm not going to read any of them out tonight, but there's quite a lot in the back of the diary. More concerning, that's been the back of the diary, is guys who I have got off with through my life to date, 23rd 12/94. Quite a number of guys. And then there's some guys that are mentioned where they don't have a surname. There's a boy, Nicky, and then in brackets it's got Racing Club Drummer at a sub club. And then it's got, on the 16th of April, the garage, sad bloke, good kisser, don't know his name. So, anyway. So I'll start on the 20th of January. Oh, by the way, this is a top from 1994 that I bought for £2.50 out of Oxfam in Inverness, and it still fits me, so I feel quite proud about that. So 20th of January, Thursday. I can't believe it's so long I've written. Amy bought this for me as part of a belated Christmas present. Anyway, tonight I suffered severe pain in my stomach and chest. Mum called out the doctor. He said it was irritable bowel problems and gave me some tablets and made out a prescription for more. He was quite cool talking about Jimi Hendrix being out of his box. He was assessing me in my bedroom and I had a large Jimi Hendrix poster on the wall. A lot's happened since the beginning of the year. I went out with Kenneth for just over a week. Finished it yesterday. Realised that my feelings for Neil are more than sister-brother ones. Neil is not my brother. He was a friend that I hung about with. So just to clarify that. I told Amy last Friday that he was the one. So far, Ray and P know. P was short for Paul, that was his nickname. So I'm in complete hassles in the love department once again. 2nd of February, Wednesday. Guess where I'm going on the 28th of March? The Nirvana concert. I know, I can hardly believe it myself. I thought they were all sold out, but I just phoned up the number in Melody Maker and got 2. I didn't buy Melody Maker. I went into Melody Maker in John Menzies and copied down the number from the back of it. So me and Ray are going. Amy can't go because it's a school day, but she doesn't even know that I've got a ticket yet. I'm just shitting myself that I wouldn't get a Pearl Jam one. I really did think I wasn't going to get a Nirvana one. If I miss Pearl Jam, I will be so disappointed. Anyway, as Ray said, let's just do Nirvana first. Christ, I still can't believe it yet. 6th of February, Sunday. Well, looked in the Sunday Mail to see if Nirvana were still advertised, and they were, with a big sold out across it. There was an article in the music section saying that it was the fastest sellout concert in Scotland for ages. They just went on sale on the Tuesday. Neil's been on my mind constantly. All through the weekend, I just keep imagining us jumping into a shower together. I want to make a move, but it would ruin everything. God, I hope my Nirvana tickets arrive through the post soon. 7th of February, Monday. Well, a week to Valentine's Day. Wonder if I'll get a card. I'm undecided whether I should send one to Neil. I mean, is it too risky? If he found out, how would he react? Today seemed to go on forever. Mind you, Amy and I had total good crack at lunchtime. I was telling her about my fantasies about Neil. God, we are both so sex mad. I don't think there are any other 2 girls like us in our year. Nirvana tickets still haven't arrived. I'm beginning to shit myself. I should actually be studying for my accounts prelim general tomorrow, but cannot be arsed. Hopefully have the house to myself this weekend. I don't want to go up to Skye. I want to go out and see all my friends and have a laugh. 10th of February, Thursday. Got my Nirvana tickets, but only went and got them for Cardiff. I took the wrong bloody number down. Don't want to say anything anymore. Everything has gone wrong today. Peed off. 15th of February, Tuesday. Back at school. So depressing. Said to Dan in English, asked if Neil got his jumper. So Neil had been up at mine for the weekend with a bunch of other boys and Amy, and he'd left his jumper behind. And I decided to pop a Valentine's card in it when I handed it back to him. So Dan was his little brother who was in some of our classes at school. Said to Dan in English, asked if Neil got his jumper. He said, aye. Then I said, did he open it up? And he said, aye. And I said, did he get what was in it? And he said, aye. Amy phoned tonight to say that seemingly Neil was quite shocked. It was seemingly on the table in the shed. The shed was a shed that we all hung about in. And Graham seemingly said, she obviously wants you, but is waiting for you to make the first move. How so true. Well, at least he wasn't totally taking the piss out of it. Well, as far as I know, Ranald couldn't get any Nirvana tickets. 23rd of February, Wednesday. Couldn't be bothered writing last night as I was completely knackered. When I walked into Neil's bedroom last night after skipping, everybody went quiet. There was a snigger. And then it was back to the bloody boxing they were watching. He just sees me with one of the lads, not really a female. Worked out this way to have a fringe when wearing a hat without having to cut your hair. Can't really think of anything exciting to say, no shit. Going skiing this Saturday. I'm determined to win the prize for selling the most raffle books. 8th of March, Tuesday. Haven't written for ages. Perhaps to do with the fact that I'm thoroughly pissed off with the system, in capital letters. I hate school. I don't want to do a business course at college. I do not want to be stuck behind a desk in an office making money for that company. Mum says I'm not studying music. I can study that for a hobby after college, a college course. God, I could do lots of things with music, like therapy for deaf children. So the next day, in my moment of wisdom, 9th of March, Wednesday, still severely pissed off, have decided to write to the Red Hot Chili Peppers for advice on music. Can't be fucked with anything anymore. 29th of March, Tuesday, I can't stop thinking about Alan, new boy. I phoned him today on the phone, but he was quite distant. He said he did mean what he said, and he was going to write me today, but he wasn't sure. I haven't felt like this before. I'm going down to Aberdeen tomorrow, so I'll hopefully see him. He is the most beautiful kisser. 8th of April, Friday. Well, it's a long time since I've written. Went down to Aberdeen, saw Alan, big mistake going down. He's just so quiet, and I always had to make the first move. Kurt Cobain is dead. He was found dead in his flat. He shot himself and left a suicide note. I can't believe he killed himself. I feel so sorry for Courtney Love and his daughter Frances. 4th of May, Wednesday. Well, went down to my dad's at the weekend and it was brilliant. Had loads of wine at this Amnesty International concert, which was held in the Winter Gardens in Duthie Park. Met two guys who were just in second year, but they were a lot more mature for their age. One of them, Jack, I thought was quite nice. He had blonde, long hair and his nose pierced twice on one side. And we were talking about getting stoned and everything. So Paul and Jack came round to see us on Saturday night. Jack and I were playing hide and seek with Paul, Annabelle, Vanessa and Donnie. Paul knew where we were hiding, so he came up and we had a grass J in the bar and it was so cool. I was tempted to get off with Jack because he was just so sound, but his age and Blair stopped me. So that was the weekend. On Monday, Laura came up and we tried to do some revision for higher English. I attacked my hair with a pair of scissors, although it doesn't actually look like it. On Tuesday I went to Laura's to study, but ended up talking about Blair and saying I wanted to write him a letter to tell him that I really like him. Made the big mistake of writing the letter and sending it off to him, so he's probably got it today and has decided to kill himself. One Up was a record store. Aren't getting any more Glasters, as in Glastonbury, tickets. I went in on Saturday, but they said they were sold out and to come back on Friday when more should have arrived. So Dad's written off to the ticket agents, the good old days of writing off to ticket agents for them. God, it would just be my luck not to get them. Got art standard tomorrow and I'm shitting myself. So what if I do crap? It's for Kurt, as in Kurt Cobain. I was doing an expressive painting of Kurt Cobain for my art standard grade exam. 3rd of June, Friday. Still didn't get Glastonbury tickets, but did get a letter from Paul, one of the guys I met down at Dad's. I'm totally in love with Mike. Ian was just an infatuation. Some of you that were here last time will remember Ian from my 1992 diary. I was obsessed with him. I really do think I love Mike. No one else has made me feel so happy like I did tonight when I was waiting for a taxi with him. I just wanted to be with him all night. God, I just want to be with him always. 14th of June. Finally got Glastonbury tickets. So chuffed. It's like the final step that we're going. Saw Michael today during private study. There's a theme going here with private study. It's a different kind of private study, not the school type. Never quite made it back to school. God, it was great. We were just totally getting off with each other. And I just lifted his t-shirt over his head and he lifted mine over my head. God, it sounds awful, but I was just so turned on. I just wanted to do it. I saw him in his boxers as well, and he doesn't have skinny legs, he has gorgeous legs. And I saw this picture of him when he was in primary school. He was so cute, still is. God, he's so lovely. I want his body completely. Maybe I'll get it on Saturday night. 15th of June, Wednesday. Met Sandra at lunch. We were in total hypers for some reason. I saw Michael in the centre. I was saying to him that I'm celebrating my birthday on Friday. It was my 17th birthday on the Friday. Because all my mates were out then. Sandra's going to get off at Gary again, I hope. Anyway, so then I said to Michael, we'll have to think about something exciting to do on Saturday. And he said, take an E. And I said, no, something better. And Mike Dunn, that was his friend, said, yeah, take 2 E's. And I went, not quite. I don't know if he got the hint or not. I want his body completely. I'm going up to his tomorrow at 12 o'clock because I've got private study. I'm going to see how much he likes me tomorrow, hopefully. God, I just can't stop thinking about him. 19th of June, Saturday. So this was the day after my birthday, my 17th birthday. On Friday, I got too drunk, which spoiled my night. Everyone was in Nicky Tam's, including Mike, while I was outside completely throwing up. Downed a whole bottle of white wine round at my friend's house. Got ribbed and coloured condoms and these aromatherapy love rocks from Sandra. 2 friendship bracelets and a pipe, which we got a good hit of. Not a crack pipe, hash pipe. Vicky's going to give me her present when she gets the rest of it. I think she actually has. Got £17 from Auntie Anne, £25 from Dad, £10 from Auntie Sheila. Went out with Mike last night, it was just the 2 of us. Then went back to his and I stayed the night in separate beds. Had to tell Mum I stayed at Alison's. I haven't got off with him heavily since Tuesday or Wednesday, but it doesn't seem to bother me. Although I do fancy getting quite hot with him tomorrow. God, I just can't stop thinking about him. We ended up talking about sex. He couldn't believe I was still a virgin. I think he thought I was totally experienced. I think he lost it when he was 16. That's the same as Ian, but I don't care about Ian. I woke up this morning and it was just so nice looking over and seeing him in his bed fast asleep. It would have been even better if I'd been in the same bed with him. Actually, I wonder if he wants to go camping tomorrow night since I've got private study all of Tuesday morning. 3rd of July, Sunday. Well, I don't think I'm a virgin anymore. I don't know. I stayed round at Michael's on Friday night. We were in bed until 5 o'clock p.m. today. We started trying. We started trying to do it just after 4 o'clock p.m. God, I feel such a failure. We couldn't get it up. I was just so nervous, I suppose. And then when he started to enter me, it was just so painful. We kept trying, and then I think it did go in, and I think we started going at it. It's difficult to say. It didn't do anything for me. It was quite weird, actually. It didn't do anything for Michael either. It was pretty weird all round. He's never done it with a virgin before. 11th July, Monday. Well, we definitely did have sex today. Well, I prefer to call it making love. It was pretty good though. 24th July, Sunday. Got a lot to say, but can't be fucked. We'll write more tomorrow. Saw Whiteout last night. Fucking brilliant. I'm getting their album. I never got their album. 25th of August, Thursday. Well, broke up with Michael. Decided to break up for a week to see if it's what I really want. I did this last night. I saw him loads of times today, bloody typical. I felt really embarrassed and was like laughing when I was speaking to him. Donnie's birthday tomorrow, he's 13, that's my little brother. Sorry about this, Amy. Amy is really getting on my wick at the moment. Between the gym and her bloody C in English. Anyway, Sandra and I are going to the electronic gym tomorrow morning. Sunday, 11th of December. God, what a mess, I've done it again. I did my gig on Friday. I only found out about it on Monday. We were playing at the Loch Ness House Hotel. I was a bassist and backing singer in a band. It was great, and I sang my song. Anyway, last night I got wrecked. It was Sandra's birthday, and I got off with Gary Young. I know, what an idiot. Oh, I got Oasis tickets. We queued for 2.5 hours in the rain and cold. And Liam bloody walked off stage after 2 songs. That was at the Barrowlands. We were told that we'd get another concert at Christmas. I didn't believe them, but Sandra phoned up today to say it was in the paper. It'll be on the 27th of December. God, there was this gorgeous guy called Anton. I'll have to finish with Scott. So many men. It just feels like I'm getting off with a friend. I doubt he'll speak to me again. I don't blame him, but I don't want him to find out about Gary. Wednesday, the 28th of December. Well, back from Oasis. It was amazing, and you'll never believe it, but Nicola and I got backstage passes and got to meet the band. I got my I Know Ron t-shirt. I had a t-shirt that said I Know Ron on the back of it. I got it from Flip in Queen Street. Signed by the band, and my stage pass signed by Liam. I wished Bonehead a Merry Christmas and gave him a kiss. Nicola and I were talking to him. He's really nice. Tim Burgess from the Charlatans was also there with his girlfriend. 30th of December, Friday. I suppose I should really review the years. I doubt I'll be able to do it tomorrow night. Hogmanay, in case you didn't know. Well, this year I've managed to achieve the following. 1, go out with someone longer than 3 months, only just. 2, go to a music festival, a la Glasgows. 3, lose my virginity, in brackets. I don't think I regret it. 4, see Jamiroquai live. 5, see Evan Dando live. 6, pass my exams. 7, be in a band. 8, perform at a gig. 9, see Oasis live. 10, meet Oasis. 11, so Tim Burgess at Oasis backstage. I think that's about it. I'm pretty chuffed with it. I still can't believe I met Oasis. And then I've listed a load of bands that I've seen, which goes on forever. And then I've gone on to bands I nearly saw: Nirvana, Wrong Ticket, and Kurt's Death. Paul Weller at Barrowland, sold tickets so I could see Oasis. Shed 7, Dad failed in getting tickets and accident. My dad nearly got killed on his motorbike. Primal Scream, couldn't afford in the end, so sold ticket. Relationships. Amy is still seeing P. Some things never change. I suppose I'm just jealous. I still can't stop thinking about Anton. I phoned Scott and was speaking to him about it. He said I should just go for it, but I would say that to any of my friends. He says that he might be coming up with Jamal after New Year. I really don't think I've seen someone as beautiful as him. So what are my thoughts on the new year? Well, one thing I want to achieve is to kiss Anton properly. I wish I could forget about him, but I just can't, damn. So it's goodbye diary as I pack you away with the rest. All the pages have fallen apart. Thank you.